All right, it looks like it's about 3 o'clock, so I'll take the welcome screen down. Good afternoon. How are you doing today? Thanks for joining. This is our second adults and teens COVID-19 virtual piano lesson in my series, and I'm happy to have you. So basically what I want to do at the beginning of every video is this. I want everybody to remember to share this video. So if you can do that now, you can go to the bottom corner of your screen and hit the share button, just letting everybody know it's piano time. The second thing is go ahead and subscribe on YouTube to my YouTube channel. I think if you search Izzy Chia, it pops up and you'll see the E with the exclamation point, okay? The third thing, of course, is if you haven't ordered your books yet, go ahead and do that. I have a link to the books in the private group and also on the event page for this class as well. So take time to order the books. If you haven't received your books yet, once you've joined the private group Encore Music Makers, there are links and downloadable files in the Files tab of that group, okay? You can find all of your music there. Okay, well, let's get started, all right? We've got some really cool stuff to go over today. The first thing is we have to make sure that we have learned our songs from the prior week. So, first things first, let's look at Ode to Joy, okay? That's going to be on page 13 of your book. All right. Okay, so I'm going to flip over here. And remember, with Ode to Joy, we are in C position, and this is a right-hand song. So I've got my right hand here, and I'm going to find my C position. Okay, is everybody there? Wonderful. Let's start with the finger 3. I'm going to count off. 1, 2, ready, play. How did you do? Did you do a good job? Did you play all of your quarter notes nice and even and hold out those half notes for 2 beats each? Nice work. All right, well, good. You've passed Ode to Joy. Let's check our Auralee, okay? That's our next song that we had learned last week. Okay, and that one's on page 17. So when you're ready, we can begin. I'm going to switch to piano view. And remember, our C position for our left hand is going to count 1, 2, 3 notes below middle C, and our left hand thumb will be on that G, okay? All right, if you're ready, we can begin. Let me count off. 1, 2, ready, play. Great job. All right. So you just played the left hand C position song, Auralee. Did you hold out your half notes for 2 beats each? And did you hold out your whole note at the very end of the song and at the end of that first line? Yes, that was for 4 beats long. Very, very good. All right. So I guess we can move on. This is an awesome position to be in. I'd like to do 2 to 3 songs per week. So as long as you get that practice in, we can move on. So, okay, well, I want you to turn to page 20 in your books. And there is something called the grand staff at the top of that page. Okay, if you notice, you have both the treble staff and the bass staff kind of stacked on top of each other. They put them together like that, connected with something called a brace. And you can see that at the beginning of that line right there. And it's going to travel like that with your music. You have two lines, the treble clef and the bass clef, and it's sort of traveling along at the same time. This is how we're reading music for both hands. Okay? Everybody with me? Good. All right, wonderful. Well, if you notice below that grand staff, there's also a pink box. Okay? In that box is something called a time signature. And I wrote it really big right here. Here's my example, right? So the time signature is telling you two things, okay? The top number is telling you how many beats are going to be in each measure, right? We talked about measures being the building blocks of music, right? So in this case, if you see 4/4, the top number 4 is telling you how high you're going to count, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense? Good. All right, now if that number was changed, say it's a 3 instead, then you would just count to 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Now, the bottom number is also very important, okay? That bottom number is telling you the kind of note that's going to get the beat, okay? And when there's a 4 on the bottom, they're referring to the quarter note, okay? So I want you to put on your math hat, okay? Think about this. When you turn this into a fraction, you cover this one, you're left with 1/4, right? And 1/4 is the same as a quarter. So that's how you can think of the quarter note, right? Now, if that bottom number was changed to an 8, then it would be 1/8. An eighth note would get the count, right? You'd count however many eighth notes were in there. We haven't learned about eighth notes yet, but we will very soon. All right, so when you see this at the beginning of your music, and I ask, what is the time signature of this song? You would say 4/4 time, okay? Everybody with me? Great. All right, good. That was wonderful. Now, we get to play our first song in the grand staff, right? It is called Playing on the Grand Staff, and is located at the bottom of page 20. Okay. Notice you have both the treble staff and the bass staff connected with the brace, traveling through the whole song there, right? There's also a new symbol. If you look at the left-hand line, I'll point it out to you guys. If you look at the left-hand line, there's a symbol here. Do you see that? That symbol right there is called a whole rest, okay? And rests, all they do is, you're gonna still be giving them counts, but it's counts of silence rather than actual music, right? So here's what one looks like up close, right? Whole rest. All right, so if you get 4 counts in a measure in your music, then the whole rest is also gonna get 4 counts. But what if your measure only has 3 counts? Then it would just get 3 beats, okay? 3 beats of silence. Cool. Great work. All right, so moving on to playing on the grand staff. We are going to find where our hands go, right? So let's put that right hand in C position, right hand thumb on C, and then we're going to count down our 3 notes, 1, 2, 3, and find our left hand position, okay? So that left hand thumb will be on a G. The beginning of playing on a grand staff looks like it only begins with the right hand. So let's see if we can play through that first line. You ready? Let's give it a try. 1, 2, ready, play. That was fantastic. Now let's switch to the second line, and it's the left hand now. We're going to play with our pinky finger 5 on C. Let's hear it. 1, two, ready, play. Oh my goodness, what is at the end of that song? Oh my goodness, there is something there. Right, so the end of our songs have something called a, oops, it's upside down, a double bar, right? I think you noticed that in your other songs. But this kind of double bar is different. They added 2 dots to it. So all this is telling you to do is, before you think this is the end of the song, you have to go back and play it one more time, okay? So it's called a repeat sign. All right, and notice there's one right there at the end of that song. So let's see if we can play again. All right, this will be our repeat. Let's find our C position again. You're probably already there. Okay, I'm ready. This is the second time through. 1, 2, ready, play. Left hand. Hey, that was really, really great. I'm impressed. So how are you feeling about this one? Pretty good? I think we can get a couple more songs. What do you think? Yes. Okay, so moving on. At the top of page 21, you have a song called Rock Along, okay? This is also going to be an exercise in reading music on the grand staff, which is both of our hands together, okay? But there's some really interesting things going on in this song, and I need you to pay extra close attention, all right? We're gonna be doing some skips. That's different, we haven't done that yet. So let's pay extra close attention to the note names and the finger numbers, okay? I'm gonna switch to piano view and get into my C position. So here we are. Great. Is everybody there? Wonderful. All right, now this piece is in 4/4 time. We're beginning with the right hand, and it looks like it starts finger 1 on C. All right, let's take it slow. 1, 2, ready, play. 2, 3, 4. Now we switch to the left hand, finger 5 on C. 2. 4. Oop, repeat sign. Let's play it again. 2. 4. Did you get through that one? That one was tricky. Yeah, so it's something completely different. Whereas every song we have played up until this point has been going note to note right next to it in the interval of a second, notes right next to each other. Rock Along really is tripping us up with the interval of a third, right? So that's a skip. You'll be skipping 1 white key, okay? Because it was a tricky song, I think we should probably play it through once more with repeats. I like repeats because it's another chance for you to get it right. So if you manage to mess it up the first time, lucky you, you've got another chance to play it the correct way. So let's get started. All right, so I'm going to find my position. Excellent. Are you there too? Great. All right, let's get started. 1, 2, ready, play. Repeat. 2, 4. All right, that was excellent. I think you're probably feeling a little bit better about that song now that we had another chance, right? Excellent job. Okay, now another fun little song. So for this week, we're going to do 3 songs for practice instead of 2 like last week. This will be your 3rd song for the week, and it's at the bottom of page 21, and it is called Mexican Hat Dance. All right, I'm excited. Now, there's another interesting thing that we're going to learn in this song that we have not encountered in the past. It is something called a quarter rest. And I want you to think about this. We have a note called the quarter note, if you recall. How many beats does the quarter note get? Yes, it gets 1 beat. Very good. So let's think about this. How many beats does a quarter rest get? Very nice, very good. Okay, so it's the same. It's 1 beat, right? But one is a beat of music and the other is a beat of silence. Okay, let me show you what it looks like. It kind of looks like a glorified squiggle, but, and this is my terrible attempt at drawing one, but you get the idea. 1 beat of silence, okay? Excellent. Okay, so looking at Mexican hat dance here, we have some interesting, cool stuff going on, okay? Now, this song is also in 4/4 time, but it looks like it's going to begin with the left hand. All right, so I'm going to find my C position. There's my right hand, 1, 2, 3, counting down. There's my left hand. Okay, so look what's going on there. Looks kind of tricky, but I think we can try it. It's going to start with a half note, finger 1 on G in the left hand, 1 beat of 3, your E, and then a quarter rest. So hopefully we can get this. All right, I'm going to count off. You ready? Let's do it. 1, 2, ready, play. 2, rest. 2, rest. 2, rest. Switch to the right hand. 2, rest. 2, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat sign. Okay, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, rest. 2, rest. 1, 2, rest. 1, 2, rest. 2, 3, 4. What do you think? That one was a lot harder than the other ones, wasn't it? It had half notes, it had quarter notes, it had quarter rests that came out of nowhere. It had starting on finger fours, it had seconds and thirds. It was just all over the place. But I'm hoping that everybody got through it okay. I really think we should play this one again, just to make sure we've got it, okay? With repeats. Are you with me? Let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna find my C position. Where am I? Okay, you ready, guys? Let's do it. 1, 2, ready, play. 2, rest. 2, rest. 2, rest. 2, rest. 2, rest. 2, 3, 4, repeat. 2, rest. 2, rest. 2, rest. 2, rest. 2, rest. 2, 3, 4. Okay, how do we do? So? Or was it pretty good? Nice work. Yeah, so things are just gonna get more complicated from here, but that's good, all right? It's gonna get more exciting and more interesting. But I have faith that you guys are going to keep your piano practice up and progress at a good steady rate, okay? All right, so 3 songs. Playing on the grand staff, you'll practice that one. Rock Along, and Mexican Hat Dance for this week, okay? Now, I had a couple requests from parents of the children's class for a piano practice tutorial video. If that is something that you guys would be interested in, drop a comment in the video and let me know. I think it would be very valuable because when we're trying to build up good practice habits, it's kind of hard to hear your teacher say, well, go practice it. And you're like, well, but how do I do that? So if that is something that you think you would find valuable, let me know and I will put together a practice with me video if that interests you guys, okay? Generally that video would be about 15 minutes long since 15 to 20 minutes is about the recommended time that I have set forth for piano practice daily, okay? Yeah, so let me know about that. Let's see what else. Oh yes, if you haven't joined the group, it's super valuable. I know earlier in the week I had posted the assignment video for Ode to Joy and Arlie, and as a comment you can post a video or an audio, probably a video, of you playing it. That way you get a chance for me to give you some feedback. So if you haven't put your request into the group yet, it's called Encore Music Makers, and it is a private group. Things shared in that group are not shared outside of the group. Please go ahead and put your request into that and engage with a lot of the other students and families that are posting. It really helps create just a really supportive community in this really interesting time that we're in at the moment. So put your request in to join that. Also, where are we on time? Oh, it's only 3:24. Oh, wonderful. Okay, good. I think these last few minutes, I think it would be a good chance for us to play through our songs once more. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's start at page 20 with Playing on the Grand Staff. Okay, let's find our spots. We'll play it through again with repeats. Okay, so I'm gonna find my spot. Okay, wonderful. When we're ready, let's go ahead and get started. 1, 2, ready, play. Great work. All right, that was playing on the grand staff. Now let's move on to rock along, okay? All right, so I left my right hand in the correct position. Let me get my left hand back. Okay, I am ready. Are you ready? All right, let's do it. Starting with the right hand finger 1. 1, 2, ready, play. 2. Left hand. 2. 2. Repeat. 2. 4. Nice job! Okay, so that one was rock along, and that one's the one with all the skips in it, okay? Let's play Mexican hat dance 1 time through with repeats, okay? All right, everybody. And this is the one that starts with your left hand, okay? All right, let me count off. 1, 2, ready, play. 2, rest. 2, rest. 2, rest. 2, rest. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Repeat. 2, rest. Rest. 2, rest. 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 2, 3, 4. Great work. All right, so those are your 3 songs that you're going to be practicing for this week. Let's talk a little bit about theory, okay? So the theory for this week is going to be page 22. I'll show you what that looks like. Oops, this way, yes. 22, which talks about the time signature, filling in those counts and everything. And then page 23, okay? And it has some example songs here. And basically you're gonna fill in the note names, you're gonna draw some bar lines, you're gonna do some counting, and you're gonna turn these into actual songs, okay? So it's kind of exciting to be able to get this kind of theory, because once you complete the theory, you can actually play these songs. So on page 23, Lightly Row and Aunt Rhody turn into songs you can actually play and practice. Now that would be like a bonus thing. I'm not going to require you to do that, but you might have some fun with it. So take advantage of that for this week, okay? All right. And last but not least, a quick reminder. I am accepting tips. Yay! So if you find it in your heart to help support me through this really tricky time that we are in, I'm gladly accepting tips through PayPal. You can send it to encoremusichtx@gmail.com, Venmo, which my username is Izzy Chia, and Cash App. My username is IZZI3CH3A. So thanks for letting me do that. All right, so if that's all we've got, then that's all we've got. We're going to close this lesson like we close every lesson. We're going to end it with a music quote, okay? And now this isn't a cool music quote because it's in reference to some literature, okay? This quote comes from J.K. Rowling, and it's an excerpt from Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. "Ah, music," he said, wiping his eyes. "A magic beyond all we do here." Now, can you think of who's saying that in the book? If you think you know who's saying that quote, put it in the comments. It's like a bonus, right? I'll give you a shout out. So which character from Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone said this quote? All right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me again today. Thank you for tuning in. Please share these videos with your friends and family. Subscribe on YouTube, and I'll see everybody next week, okay? Take care. Bye.